1,000 faces, voices, and hats whose movies have earned more than $3 billion, all in cash. His latest is the action comedy Mordecai. It opens to theaters January 23rd. Please welcome Johnny Depp. There he is. I feel like you've made like 15 movies since the last time I saw you, and that was only like April or something.
I lost count at this point.
You've been working a lot.
Yeah.
You even made a movie with your daughter, who is, how old is your daughter now?
15.
15 years old. Lily Rose is her name.
She's just made her first film with her best friend from kindergarten, with Kevin Smith directing.
And you, as a coach, were you nervous for her when you're making a movie with her?
I was nervous for her until I saw her, you know, about 3 seconds of her in a scene, and I thought she's amazing.
Oh, that's good. That had to be a relief. I mean, could you imagine otherwise? Yeah, would you coach her?
Would I coach her?
Yeah.
She wouldn't, if she was
stumbling.
absolutely talentless.
You really never know. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't if she was absolutely.
You just let it go. Would she listen to you?
That was great, baby.
Like when we hang the drawings up on the refrigerator.
Yeah, no.
This is, I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful. Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
Did well, yeah.
Did she ever teach her about acting? Did she learn this? Is it just a natural ability that she has?
No, I think probably the closest thing was playing Barbies with me when she was little.
Playing Barbies?
Yeah, we played a lot of Barbies, my daughter and I. I used to test characters on her.
Through the Barbies?
You know, yeah, playing Barbies.
What characters did you test on her with the Barbie doll?
Man, Willy Wonka.
Really?
Captain Jack. There was another one, I can't remember which one, but she basically, one day we were playing Barbies, and then she decided to just go, Daddy, just do it normal. How about just like cut out the voice.
No more nonsense.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
But now she's 15.
And that was the day I stopped playing.
There are no more Barbies to be played. Who are you going to test your character? So you might have to have another kid, you know? I mean, you know, if that's the testing ground.
Yeah.
You may have to go back to the well.
Well, I've got a lot of Barbies in storage.
Oh, good.
So I could, yeah.
That's a menacing statement to make, yeah. Do your children know...
The next move is seeing Disneyland.
Do your kids know, like, things about you? Do they know, like, I think one of the last times you told us a story about Hunter Thompson and just madness that ensued between the two of you. Do they know about that stuff?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Do they, like, consider him to be an uncle figure or anything like that?
I mean, they know, they kind of know that he was someone that was very close to their dad. And I mean, Hunter, yeah, he sort of had Lily Rose in his arms. You know.
That seems unwise. Yeah. Yeah.
It was okay because the LSD was in his pocket.
I see. Okay, good. All right. Well, as long as it's in the pocket. Okay. Because I think his story had something to do with you guys hunting Don Johnson with loaded weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
that's true. We did, Johnson was, it was about 3 in the morning, and Johnson was coming over. Hunter informed me, he said, we'd better set up an ambush. When Hunter said set up an ambush, you set up an ambush. A lot of weapons.
Well, sure, yeah. If Don Johnson's going to be coming over, you got to do that kind of thing. You have no choice.
He's so used to gunfire.
You can't leave yourself unprotected. It's Miami Vice.
No, absolutely.
You're a co-star in this film that you just made, which, by the way, the character is very funny in this. I don't know if that was Barbie doll conceived or not, but Gwyneth Paltrow, I was listening to her on Howard Stern, I think it was yesterday. She was talking about, she said that you listen to music while you're acting. So you'll have like headphones in while you're acting.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, can you even hear the other actor?
No.
You're reading lips.
Sometimes it's better that way, you know.
And what are you listening to? Is it the same? Is it just whatever you like, or?
Yeah, it's, you know, basically I listen to music to sort of keep me in my own world, but also to keep, you know, it starts to define the character, because in a way we all have our own soundtrack going on at all times, even if we're not aware of it somehow. You know, you'll end up humming some song that you've had in your head all day.
Is this a technique or whatever you want to call it you develop personally? Does anyone else do this?
Well, I'll tell you where I got it from. When I worked with Marlon Brando for the first time, we were doing a scene in Don Juan DeMarco. I was on this billboard, you know, kind of got my sword out, the whole thing, and I'm Don Juan DeMarco, mask, the whole deal. Brando comes up in a cherry picker, you know?
Uh-huh.
So his cherry picker gets right up next to me, and I ask him who he is. I stick a knife in his throat, you know, and he's telling me, explaining who he is, and then during the middle of his speech, he was like, my name is Don Francisco de Silva. I am, what? What? I can't hear you, Caroline, now. I'm like this, with a sword in his mouth.
No idea.
When you said to Marlon Brando, I just thought, all right, he's nuts. He's nuts.
Well, it's good somebody's carrying on that tradition of nuttiness. We're going to take a break. We come back. The new movie's called Mordecai. We'll see a clip from that and more with Johnny Depp after this.
I am Mordecai, Lord of Silverdale. I should like to request a bucket of ice, do not disturb sign, and a bulldozer.
Checking in?
Yeah, we're checking in.
I suspect I may need to redecorate.
Room 326 overlooks the pool.
So all I must do is show up, and I'm presented with a credit card. No wonder your country's in financial ruin.
Do you need help with your bags?
No, I do not need help with my bags. I have a bloody manservant.
Johnny Depp and Mordecai. It opens January 23rd. I like that movie. Well, explain what the idea is of the film.
Basically, the premise of the film is Mordecai, my character Charlie Mordecai, plays an art dealer who is, without question, as sort of potentially sleazy as he can be. You know, but a rogue, you know, sort of a rogue, and there are sort of farcical, sort of Peter Sellers qualities.
Definitely, yeah, that is true,
Sort of
yeah.
Pink Panther in the sort of romp, you know.
Is that your actual mustache in the film, or was that pasted on?
No, I couldn't grow one like that to save my life.
So did you have a mustache over your mustache, or do you go mustache less? And
I went less, mustache less.
yes,
And then
that's how Brando would do it too, I think.
Most likely, actually.
You're making a documentary about your friend Keith Richards, and well, first of all, how do you become friendly with Keith Richards?
I met Keith back in the early to mid '90s, and through his son Marlon. And I think Keith tolerated me at the time, or talked to me at the time, because initially he thought I was Marlon's drug dealer.
Oh, really? And you were not?
I was not.
Now, does Keith know? Is Keith aware that you're making a documentary about him, or does he just think you have cameras for no apparent reason?
He still thinks I'm Marlon's drug dealer.
Did you ever get Keith Richards and Hunter Thompson together?
Oh, yeah, that was really something.
What happened?
Well, you stand there and kind of lose any understanding of what they're talking about.
Do they seem to know?
Hunter would be sort of in this kind of, and then, you know,
You nod and pretend you understand what's going
like
on?
that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And then Keith's,
I would imagine that those
works
two
well together.
would either hit it off famously or terribly.
Oh, they worshipped each other, yeah.
They did, yeah.
Very close, yeah.
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 Wow, what a
Nobody
fun
knows
life.
what they said. But they had a great time.
Will you have subtitles in the documentary? How will that go? Is playing the guitar your passion? If you had to just do one thing, would that be it?
Yeah, I mean, all those years ago when I did it professionally, I'm really glad that I didn't end up doing it professionally, so that when it swung back round in my life, I was able to, say that anything I've done is purely out of love.
The love of it, yeah. It almost seems like that with anything. Whatever it is that is your primary job, you kind of feel like you wish you could do the other thing all of the time.
Because it becomes such a great relief or, escape.
So we found a video, and I don't know if you've ever seen this video, and this is from when you're 18 or 19 years old. Well, this is from Florida, and let's take a look. That's on you. you.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but good guitar playing, though. And you went with the Romantics haircut on top of the Romantics cover there also.
Only for that song.
Just for that song. You know, that's the kind of commitment they make. And look at that. That's pretty good. And that's not something you want to do full time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. I
You
mean,
do?
Yeah, I do remember those days.
What was that band? What was the name of the band?
That was a band we were called The Kids.
The Kids, yeah.
I was about 17.
Hey, well, yeah, there you go. You were one of the kids, I guess, huh? Well, it's very good to see you, and congratulations on your all your everything. Johnny Depp, everybody. His movie is called Mordecai. It opens January 23rd. We'll be right back with Marion Cotillard.